Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the CreditRepairShop.com. We just got this portfolio emailed to me, and it has a huge principal balance of 69,124,550 dollars and 52 cents. You can see that it's from this group here. I'm not going to mention the name so we don't get flagged here on YouTube, but you can see that the average charge off date is from 2000 to 2015, and the average balance is $6,471, and they have a price for the asking. They want debt collection to make an offer on this. So I'm gonna first go over step by step what you need to do, and I love doing this because every day, I mean every day, someone finds my channel or even subscribers that have watched these videos over and over where I talked about what to do when you receive a demand letter from a debt collector who is buying debts. They for some reason they just forget the whole process that I talk about, and that's because they get very emotional when someone is trying to all of a sudden one day they're sending you a letter in the mail and they're saying you owe, like with these balances, 60, just say they sent you a demand letter for $6,471, and you're making maybe 800 to $1,200 per week. You're thinking this is all of my money. If they win or if they sue me, or all of these things go through your head, and what happens is people, they get emotional and they forget the actual solutions. And that's why repetition with anything, you see it with sports, you see it with people that work in certain fields, you see it when you go to work over and over and over again. The more you do it, the more it becomes internalized, and you will be able to react better when those situations happen. And so we have here a group of lenders selling off $69.1 million worth of bad charged off debt. The charge off dates is from 2000 all the way to 2015. So some of this debt is not past the statute of limitations for some states. For most states, it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you step by step on what you need to do. So I'm going to pause my video one quick second and move over to another screen here. Okay, step number one. So you received a demand letter from a debt collector. They're saying that they want to collect some money from you. They bought this debt. They believe that they can collect it from you. They're going to send a demand letter, and you must pay attention and read that demand letter. The demand letter is not actually a bill. A lot of people get it mixed up. It is disguised as a bill, but it's not truly a bill. And if you read it, in one of the paragraphs, some of the times they put it at the top, some of the times they put it at the bottom, it will actually give you the opportunity to uh, dispute that demand letter. It's asking you to do certain things. So this is the steps that I would tell you to do. This is what I've done for myself. This is what I've done for my clients. And this is what plenty of people here on YouTube have done for themselves. So the first thing that you should do First thing you should do is you need to go and find the statute of limitations for your debt. I'm sorry, for your state. And you want to go and you want to see the statute of limitations for your state. And once you find that out, and you can go to my website, thecreditrepairshop.com/blog. And if you type in the search bar statute of limitations, you will be able to see a listing of statute of limitations for collecting debt in all 50 states. Now, I want you to, because these are credit card type debts, I want you to look in that fourth column. That's very important. These are for open end types of debt. For the other ones, you can see contracts, and you can see if you had some type of verbal agreement with someone, the statute of limitations on those. But for this example, we're talking about the fourth column because these were all credit card debts. So you want to look and see the statute of limitations on that. And if it is past the legal statute of limitations to collect in your state, all you have to do is send a simple letter. But also, and I forgot to put that note right here, I'm going to put an A. You're probably saying, well, Steve, how do I find out if my debt is past the legal statute of limitations? You need to get copies of your credit reports. And I invite you to go to my website, the number 3 scores.com. Get your credit reports from there and look at that particular item, not from a debt collector. They shouldn't even have placed it on your credit reports yet because they have to send this letter and give you 30 days to respond. So we're talking about doing this before they put anything on your credit reports. So you go and you get copies of all 3 credit reports if you don't have a paid monitoring service that will show you the comment section. This is where it's very important. You want to see when that particular debt was charged off because that's when the clock starts ticking for the statute of limitations. Now, if that debt is, let's say you live in my state of Wisconsin, there is a 6-year statute of limitations on collecting debt. So what you would do is you would say, hey, Mr. Debt Collector, that debt that you had was from 2010, and so you know that it's past the legal statute of limitations or time barred. They also call it time barred debt. That is the term that's used in the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, time barred debt. So this debt is past statute of limitations legally to collect. They don't expect you to know that. So what you need to do, if it is past the legal statute of limitations, all you need to do is send a letter. I'm going to put that right here. A letter notifying the collector that you know that this debt is time barred or past the legal statute of limitations to collect. I give you that letter, so you don't have to worry about it. If you go to go down below here, there's a link, and you can get my SOL letter. So you can just simply notify them that you know that the debt that they're trying to collect is past the statute of limitations to collect. And you don't have to talk about the debt. You don't have to talk about anything about paying it. All you have to do is notify them that you know that this debt is past the legal statute of limitations to collect, and they will send you a letter back. I've seen it done over and over again. They will say that they are no longer trying to collect on that debt, that they will cease all collection activities. You need to keep a copy of that letter. It's very important because what I just showed you here, they try and resell those debts to other debt collectors that'll take a gamble on it. So now, if it is not past the legal statute of limitations to collect, the next thing I want you to do here is number 2 is a cease and desist collection activities letter. I give you that letter. That link is below this video. Send that letter because this will make them have to make a determination if they have all of the necessary information to pursue you on collecting on that debt. It may not be past statute of limitations to collect, but there's certain things that they must get to be able to go after you for a debt that that they've purchased from either these portfolio companies or directly from the original creditor. That letter usually will work, but just in case they said, hey, we want to move forward on this and we are going to pursue you, the next letter I want you to do, which is also part of the cease and desist letter. But what I want you to do this time is I want you to read what they said, and then you're going to make certain adjustments to the third letter that I'm going to give you, which is a debt validation / verification letter. So you're going to review what they said in the cease and desist letter, and then you're going to respond back with the debt validation letter, making them do the final parts of what is required of them when they're trying to come after you for an old debt that they've purchased. So that link is below this video also. And then number 4, When you get the response from that debt validation / verification, you need to evaluate and respond. If you see that there's still some openings for you on maybe having them not be able to prove that they can legally collect the debt. And that's another thing. We're not talking about running from a debt, because if this is a debt that has your name on it, you can't really just keep saying, "Hey, this is not mine." You're basically making them prove that they can legally make you have to pay it. That's what these letters are basically doing. So you're going to evaluate and then you're going to respond. And that, based on what they give you, you can either ask for more proof, more documents, anything that you can see that is an opening that could potentially hurt their ability to be able to collect the debt. And then the next step, if you have done everything possible to avoid having this be able to move forward, because you know that they're buying the debt for pennies on the dollar, you can move forward to a settlement phase to just close out everything so you're able to move forward, not have the mark go on your credit, and also to be able to start working on getting the original creditor's information taken off of your credit reports. Now, this also could work. Some of you may have already went past this where they've sent the demand letter, they've placed information on your credit reports. This same information will work, but you're just in a different position. Where you're at now is you're not able to avoid them placing on your credit reports. You're just basically trying to see what you can do to either get them removed and also to have them cease the collection activities on that debt. So I invite you to, if you need help with your credit, please go to our website, thecreditrepairshop.com. Please watch the video, What Makes Us Different. If you can follow that process, we invite you to become a customer. If you need your credit reports and scores, please visit scores.com. And all of the letters, the cease and desist collection activities letter, the statute of limitations letter, and the debt validation letter, is all of those links are below. And also the debt validation and the SOL letter, I give you both of those together. So if you get the debt validation letter, you will see that letter number 1 is the SOL, statute of limitations notification letter. You do not need to send that when you're sending a debt validation. I just combine both of those together for when you need to send them out. Also, I want to put a note here that to watch out for scam artists. We do not have people send information to a Gmail account. Everything goes to our website email, which is it's going to end in creditrepairshop.com. We do not have you send anything to any Gmails. Also, watch out for a fake credit repair shop, or they come up with these different similar names. Anytime that I'm responding, it's going to have a black outline around the name of my YouTube channel, which is thecreditrepairshop.com. So thank you for watching this video. And until next time, this is Stephen A. Williams, President and Founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.